Hey guys, so I'm going to do another review series, just like what I did in the past when I reviewed the Tremor series, the Child Play series, and the Wrong Turn series. So I'm going to review another movie series, and that is Phantasm, of course. So I'm going to review the first movie, then the second movie, then the third movie, the fourth movie, all leading up to the fifth movie. And like, I know that there are people who've seen the fifth movie already, like they've seen it on demand or at like screenings, but I have yet to see it though, so I'd rather not have any spoilers if anyone who's gonna watch these videos, like they like say like hey it's good or it's bad. I mean like I don't want to know if it's I don't want to know anything about the fifth movie just yet. I want to see it for myself. So I'm going to be seeing it when it comes out on Blu-ray on Tuesday. And I'll review the fifth movie once I see it as well. And I'm going to review all the other movies. And so let's get started. So I'm going to review the first Phantasm movie. So this came out back in 1978. It was directed by Don Coscarelli. And it stars Michael Baldwin, Bill Thornberry, Reggie Bannister, and Angus Scrimm. So this movie's about these two brothers, Mike and Jody, played by Michael Baldwin and Bill Thornberry. Like their parents just recently passed away, and also a friend of theirs also just passed away. And on the on the day of their friend's funeral, Jody and Reggie go to the funeral, but Mike just follows Reggie around, so he follows him to the funeral, and he starts noticing something about the mortuary owner, like something very weird. So he starts spying around the mortuary, and he starts noticing more weird stuff as he spies around. And he starts getting stalked by these little dwarf-like minions that actually remind me of the Jawas of the from the original Star Wars. And I'm sure a lot of people thought of them when they first saw the dwarf minions. And so as he spies around, he starts unveiling some mysteries, and finds out more and more about the mortuary owner, who was just called the Tall Man. And he starts trying to convince his brother and his friend Reggie about the Tall Man. Of course, they don't believe him until he starts showing them some evidence, and so they start believing him. And so they start going around the mortuary, try to unravel the mystery behind the Tall Man, and it starts picking up right from there. So we find out that the Tall Man is some kind of being from another dimension, and what he's doing is taking the dead bodies from the mortuary and crushing them down to a smaller size, making them into his slaves, which are of course the dwarves I just mentioned. So this is a pretty different horror movie. It's not like it's not like Halloween, like Michael Myers or Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th. The bad guy, the Tall Man, is something actually pretty different. He's not like a man in a mask stabbing people with a butcher knife. And this is more of a horror, sci-fi, fantasy movie, and it blends those three genres together. And it's dripping with atmosphere throughout the whole movie. So it's really an atmosphere movie, not a blood and gore movie. And something that's very different is what the Tall Man uses as a weapon. He doesn't use a knife, an axe, or a chainsaw of any sort. He uses these spheres that just fly around, and they have these spikes that come out, which go right into his victims' heads, and and this drill comes out, drills a hole right into the head, which of course drains all the blood in your head. So I really did like the atmosphere. Another thing that was really good was the music. The music was just phenomenal. Well, the cinematography was really good. So Don Coscarelli did a very good job. Everyone did a pretty good job at acting. Michael Baldwin, Bill Thornberry had some pretty good chemistry. They were pretty convincing as two brothers. They also had some pretty good chemistry with Reggie Bannister. So he was pretty convincing as like a good friend of theirs. But the one guy who really steals the show is Angus Scrimm as the tall man. Like, he was very intimidating, pretty creepy looking. Like, just like, you know, every time when he was on the screen, like, his was just pretty creepy. Like, you know, basically you just can't look away when he is on the screen. So like, he's the one that really like was the star of this movie. So my only real complaints with this movie is that, like, you know, the pacing was pretty slow at times. Like, there's just a lot of scenes of them just like looking around, a lot of just walking, talking. Like, so it took some time to really build up. But once it built up, like, you know, it really took off. Like, and also the ending was a little confusing. I'll admit as well. But like, it makes up for all that with like the atmosphere, the eerie tone, and of course Angus Scrimm. I really do like, of course, his quote's "the boy," and so this is overall a very good movie, and it's the best one in the series. So that's really all I gotta say about the first Phantasm. So tune into my next video as I review Phantasm 2. Alright, see you later.